Hey, happy Sunday to everybody. I'm just wondering what you guys' personal 10 out of 10 games are. I know what mine are, and I'm going to share it with you guys because I put a video up a few days ago about a gaming site that was talking about these are a list of the games that are 10 out of 10, right? So, you guys obviously know I got a Steam Deck, so I've been playing with that thing, and I was playing with it last night. Yeah, I'm really liking that thing, right? So anyway, I was just random thoughts going through my head, and I was like, I never did share games that I played that I consider as a 10 out of 10 because everybody's list is different. You see what I mean? So I'm gonna give you my list of games that I consider a 10 out of 10 based on my pure enjoyment, based on how I got into the game, based on how it these games can suck to you, but I think a lot of them on here probably won't suck to you. But I think you guys have your own personal game that you guys will say is a 10 out of 10. Like my son, he played Elden Ring. And when he comes up, he'll tell me he spent, now my oldest son, he could tell you what a 10 out of 10 is, but he just quit playing. Uh, he plays casually, but I don't even know if he does that. But my one son, my youngest son used to play, but he doesn't play like I don't know what he plays. But now my middle son, he plays when he can because he works a lot. So all my kids work a lot, but he's the only one I know that'll, when he has downtime, he'll play a video game. Anyway, here's my list of games that I feel is a 10 out of 10. You ready for this? I'm excited. I just want to share it with you guys. So there's no 1 through 10, anything like that. So I'll go with, Gears of War is a 10 out of 10. I just got this for sentimental reasons. I don't know if I'll play it again. I played it so much, but it's a 10 out of 10. I played this with my youngest son. He helped me beat this game, and that was on the Xbox 360. And I bought this, and it's not been opened. I will open it if I ever play it again. But somebody online told me I could play a better version of this. But yeah, this is a 10 out of 10. Whoo, Lord, I have such I just have such great memories with this game. With this game, Gears of War. They have never been able to put the genie back in the bottle or whatever you want to, whatever terminology that is. They've never been able to. I don't know. They lost it. They lost it for some reason. I've had people say Gears of War 2 is good, or Gears of War 3 or whatever, but that first game is just. Now I'm just grabbing these randomly. So, for years, people that's much younger than me was telling me that Resident Evil 4 was such a good game, right? And man, I finally played this game, and yes, this is a 10 out of 10. When I play a game and it keeps me into it, I mean into it, I mean just, that, and I love playing games. I love when I play games like that and I can just stay into it. And this was a game I've had people that are 20 something years younger than me when I sit around and one guy, he's a mixed martial arts dude and he keeps fit, and then he knows I keep fit, and then I took up martial arts as a self-defense thing. He took it up, and then he fought a couple, he used to fight every now and then. I don't know if he fights anymore or not, but me and him were talking about video games. He doesn't have a Sony, but he has Xbox. And then he was telling me, he always used to tell me, he said, man, you ever play Resident Evil 4? I said, man, I've heard nothing but good stuff about it. I just never played it. I've had so many people tell me about it, Resident Evil 4. Now finally, when I beat this game, he was on the other department, and I said, hey man, you remember you talking about that Resident Evil 4? He goes, yeah. He said, I told you, man, it's a good game. I said, yeah, man. I really enjoyed that game. I was just telling, I said, dude, y'all was right. And like I said, a lot of them people was 20-something years younger than me. All of them would always tell me, you ever played Resident Evil 4? I said, no, man, not really. And they said, man, it's a good game, man. So y'all give it a whirl. So this is the remake, and I'm telling y'all, man, this is an excellent game. 10 out of 10 in my book. And that's based on me enjoying the game. I got games in here that are not going to be no 10 out of 10. I like them, but they're not going to be no 10 out of 10. And these two girls, man, Uncharted The Lost Legacy, I just beat this game like last year. 10 out of 10. Man, there's a part where it's a good game from the jump. But there's a part that I was stuck at. Once I got unstuck, I got through this one section and it's like this whole thing just opened up. Man, Naughty Dog, man, they do make some good stuff, man. I think this game didn't get much recognition because a lot of people probably just got burnt out on playing all them Uncharted games. But these two chicks, man, and their little adventure, man, it was tastic, dude. Oh, 10 out of 10, baby. 10 out of 10 for me. And then, oh yeah. Oh yeah. You bet. I don't have the original one, but Uncharted 4 and Uncharted 2 is the one that started it all. Uncharted 2, 10 out of 10. Uncharted 2 is a 10 out of 10. Uncharted, the original one, I get out a 7 or 8. Because when I did play it, I didn't want to play it. Because I had liked Uncharted 2 so well, I just did. And then my friend Chuck said, man, he said, Uncharted, when they made that game, he said they knew, they seen the potential in it, and so that's why they came up with Uncharted 2. And I said, all right, so I played it. And I liked Uncharted, but that's sitting around the 7 or 8. 7.5 or 7, solid 7. That game was good though. I still enjoy that game. I don't know, man. 7 is, I have to put that in 8.5. But man, when I played, Uncharted 2, again, Naughty Dog knows how to make good games. The Last of Us 2, man, they got too much into other things. They're dipping their toe in other things. I'm into just playing the game. I'm into just not having stuff thrown in my face and trying to program you into accepting things that I don't want to accept. Again, you do you. Fine. But Last of Us 2, they kind of went way off tilt. But that game was exhausting, and it was good. And I think that game deserved the Game of the Year when it did get it. But, I know that there was other games that could have got Game of the Year. But, Last of Us Part 2, I just felt like I could have done a different story. But all the elements they put in there and all the stuff, it just wasn't for me. But this Uncharted 4, it's a 10 out of 10. It's a 10 out of 10. And like I said, I don't have the original copy because I bought a collector's edition that has all the games. But Uncharted 2 and Uncharted 4, 10 out of 10. Because when I played this, now I played all the Uncharted and I enjoyed all of them. Even Uncharted 3, I thought was pretty slick. They went out in the desert. They had that plane crash, and then they landed out in the desert and they had to go travel to this place. Good. And there was a part in there, I think that was really, that was Uncharted 3, that was Nathan and Sully. They was together quite a bit. But Uncharted 4, man, 10 out of 10. Yeah. And of course, my girl, Horizon Zero Dawn. Guerrilla Games, man, I just don't know how they came up with this after they made Killzone. I don't even know how you could just, I'm just blown away how they did that. I'm like, how you make Killzone and go way over there and make a game like that? I mean, this is like, who came up with this idea? Who just went? I mean, I always wanted Guerrilla Games to get an award for this game. Yeah. They always came up short. Every time they was in the mix, somebody else would come out. I think one year, God of War beat it out or something like that. God of War and Spider-Man, those are not 10 out of 10s for me at all. Period. They're good games, but they're not 10 out of 10. I never completed those games. I played them, but I just could not. I just put them down. I could not put this down. I could not put this down. But I did put it down for 2 years though, till I got unstuck. And then when I got unstuck, this is just a. And I'm glad they did a remake because now I'm gonna pop this in today, by the way, and I'm gonna get my little $10 upgrade, and I'm gonna play this. But I'm gonna play this probably. I'm gonna download the remaster today. And I'm gonna play it sometime maybe in April or May because I just am. I got so many games I want to play. 10 out of 10 though. 10 out of 10. That's Vic's list. Vic's list. Because, you know, my name is Victor, but everybody calls me Vic. All right. But in high school, they used to call me, what up, Slick? They used to say, what's up, Slick? I love that too. But anyway. All right. So, and of course, Resistance, baby. Fall of Man. My son, my middle son, I remember him playing this game, and he just, he loved this game. And that's back when, man, look at that, man. He even got a little book in there. Yeah. Now, this is one game I can go back and play over and over and over. It's just such a great game. It's just, God, it's so good. I mean, it's just, God, it's a good game, you guys. Y'all know I always talk, I mean, could you imagine that Sony, oh, I got one for you. So the PS5 Pro was launched, right? So I'm saying to myself, they didn't do this. I'm just saying what I'm doing. So while they're introducing this and they're doing the introductory, and you know when they did that little thing about the PS5 and they was showing it and everything like that, and they was talking about the graphics and this and that, and you know, we're giving you this, we're giving you that. And then they could have said, while they was doing that, they says, and by the way, on launch day for the PS5 Pro, we're going to launch a rebuilt remake of Resistance to go along with the PS5 Pro. Could you imagine? Could you imagine? People would have been like, yeah. I don't know if I would have bought it though, because I can't afford no more systems. I bought that game, that Steam Deck, man, and that thing wasn't cheap. But anyway, can you imagine them doing that? Like having this as a, not a remake, a rebuild. You got remastered and remake. Because I'm telling y'all, man, I'm telling y'all. I know y'all, a lot of y'all play this game. Can you imagine them going back and redoing this game like Resistance Fall of Man is 25 years old or it's 30 years old. Let's do an anniversary. To, you know, just, I don't know, you guys. I just don't get it. I just don't get it. But 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. Yeah. 10 out of 10. Resistance Fall of Man. Now, I ain't gonna lie. These are not 10 out of 10s, but they're 10 out of 10s for me. Now, these are not 10 out of 10s, but they're 10 out of 10s for me. And that's, man, Rise of the Tomb Raider. I mean, I heard they're getting ready to butcher this woman up now. I guess they're trying to do all kinds of stuff with her now. It's a shame. But there is some people that I've seen online that's old school Tomb Raiders. They don't even like this game. I guess the older style Tomb Raiders, which is the ones I can't get into. Those are the ones that the original OG. They said this is nothing like that Tomb Raider. So those people that, like I told you guys, I'm late to the game when it comes to video games. But you know, the older Tomb Raiders, the one that was on the PS2, I guess, they said that they were way off when they made these newer ones. But me, I played this, and the way that this game played and the way I was into it, oh my God, 10 out of 10. Just 10 out of 10. Because of how I enjoyed the game and how I keep going back to it. And I know y'all who do watch my videos do know that I bring this up. Like, I'll play it. And I love when I can pop something in and play it back over again. And I know there's a whole lot of games that if I give it a chance, I'll probably be like, wow, where was I when this game came out? But you know, for now, Tomb Raider. And then the second Tomb Raider. I think this is either this is the first one or that, but both these games I love. They are 10 out of 10 due to the fact that I like them both, you know, and I played them both. And I beat them both. Now, I don't have the third one because the third one is not a 10 out of 10, but I did enjoy that. But both of these, 10 out of 10. And then this last one is, but of course, Last of Us. Now, I had a problem with Last of Us, man. Everybody kept coming up to me, man. You know, this is years ago. Kept coming, man, have you played that game called Last of Us? And I said, nah. I said, ain't that one of them spin-offs? Naughty Dog. I was at work saying, I was much younger then, because, you know, all of y'all was much younger than when this first came out. And I kept telling people, ain't that spin-off? They decided to make a new game, Naughty Dog. It's the Uncharted. So yes, no. I said, I ain't playing that. I ain't playing that, man. I said, it just don't appeal to me. Next time, yeah, you ought to give it a try, Vic. I said, man, I can't see them outdoing Uncharted, dude. I said, Uncharted is their crown jewel. That's what I said, man. That's their crown jewel, man. I said, well, you know, I was late to the show on Uncharted. I said, and I blew through all those games. All of them, once I got hooked on them, you know. And so, y'all know the story. I decided after a few years of people talking about it, I decided to buy this. Now, this is not the original. This is a remastered of the PS4. You know how many times I bought this? It's ridiculous how many times I bought this. It's ridiculous. But I bought the remastered version on the PS5. This is on sale though, by the way. But anyway, I ended up playing this, and I got frustrated, I got mad, and I put it back, and I was really upset because I just wanted to see what this game, what all the hype was. And once I got past that one part, because like I said, I put this game down for a couple of years. I didn't play it. I said, I'm not playing this game. I was so mad. But I did like, the opening was really something. And I was like, wow, this is really different from them. You know, again, Naughty Dog went from Uncharted and then they went over here and made this game. They're totally different games, totally. There might be a few game mechanics in here that might be similar, but other than that, they're totally two different. Boom. And that's very creative that they was able to do something like that and come up with something like that, compelling story. As far as I'm concerned, when they went into Last of Us 2, I just felt like, I don't know, I just don't understand what they were, again, I bought that game and I do have that game and I played it. That game was exhausting. But it's just, this is like a gold standard, man. This is gold standard. That Last of Us 2, no, not even close. They don't even have no candlestick to this. Not even a little bit. But it is a good game. But I love when I'm trying to figure out how I can say this where it makes sense. So I don't want to say, well, this and that and this, because I said I want to stop doing that. When I play a game and I get so sucked into that world, that's what I like. Because you know, I put my real world issues to the side, and when I play these video games, it just draws me in. It's like when I go to the theater, and I go in there and I give them my ticket, and I go through the door and I sit down, man. And I'm usually with somebody, and I watch that movie, and the lights go off, and I watch that movie, man. And I'm into that movie. And then when that movie's over and the credits roll, then I walk out, and then when I open up that door, the daylight pierces your eyes. Because usually I go in the early days, you know, early morning. I very seldom go see at night. I seen Deadpool and Wolverine at night, so I didn't have that open up the door in the light outside world. But when you open up the outside world, you back in reality. It's the best way I can say it. All right. Last but not least, for Vic's 10 out of 10. Modern Warfare 2, baby. Modern Warfare 2. There's not been any Modern Warfare game other than there's two of them that I could put close. But this is just so flipping good. The only thing that this thing freaked me out there when I did play, there's a part where you going through this mall and you killing all these people. I'm trying to remember if I did that scene or did I skip, because I think there's a part saying, would you like to do this or would you like, because this next part is pretty graphic. I know they put a little thing in there before you do it. Whew. Ah, yeah, this is a 10 out of 10. That's why this has not been opened either. But you know why? Because I told you guys about a story. I went over. I used to go to concerts. It was 15 years ago. I was, as old as I am. I went to I was supposed to go to a Three Doors Down concert with my two friends. And I went, yeah, we did go, but we was running late. And when we got there, it was an outside concert, and Three Doors Down said, "Thank you, thank you." We missed them. But then we caught the final band, which was the band that we wanted to see Three Doors Down, but the band that ended up coming out is the band that we want. So we did make it to that. Well, there's a couple that I used to go to these concerts with. I stopped over the house, say, "Hey, what's up? What's happening, man? How you doing? I just thought I'd stop by before I go home, man. What you guys up to? Blah, blah." And he was playing this game. He kept telling me the whole time I was with him, "Man, I don't want to play that crap. Because I don't get into that stuff, man. Killing people from overseas, and it just makes me think of things differently." I said, "I can't get into it." He said, "Oh, man, And I kept sitting there talking to him, and I kept watching him play, and then finally he talked me into grabbing the control. And I fell in love with this game. And then 2 weeks later, I'm down at the gym. I'm working out, and there's this young cat, man, down there. This kid was just stacked, man. He liked the way I was built. And he was shocked when he found out how old I was. But then we got to talking. He used to call me Vic the Legend. And so he used to give me a ride home because my cars broke down. We wanted to order some protein. And so he said, "Vic, you want to stop at the house, man? I'll order you one and I'll order me one." He goes, "You just pay me." I said, "Sure." So I'm in the car talking to him. We go in the house. We ordered this protein online. And he's like, he said, "Man, I'll let you borrow this." But he said, "You got to give it to me back in a few days." And he wanted it back in a few days. But man, I played this and then I'll give it back to him. And I said, "Man, I got to go out and buy this." So I went out and bought it, man. But oh my God, 10 out of 10. Woo, 10 out of 10. Anyway, happy Sunday. Be blessed. Be safe. Have a good one.